Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tibbs, and it's official. Blizzard is trying to kill me. They want me dead. I must have done something wrong at some point in time, but there's clearly some kind of bounty on my head because these stress levels are getting out of control. They're releasing so many updates, I don't even know how to keep up. Yesterday, we had the news about the RP servers, which I was going to make a video on this morning. Now we get this news about the loot trading, which is huge. And I'm gonna have a heart attack, boys. I'm gonna have a heart attack. And so you guys aren't totally lost. What am I talking about here? Well, just this morning, just a couple of minutes ago, KVax, dude, the man, the myth, the legend, just dropped another update about loot trading in Classic. Now, this is a subject that I've talked about a lot. I've talked about this in videos. I talked about this at BlizzCon. The topic of loot trading is probably one of the most contentious debates that came out of BlizzCon this year. And to summarize it for you real quick, at BlizzCon, we were told by Ian that loot trading, which is the system that was implemented in Wrath of the Lich King to allow people to trade items for a limited duration after receiving them, soulbound items, of course, was going to be brought into Classic. And obviously, this is very concerning for a number of reasons. The first reason is that in pug groups, let's say you run a dungeon and you are the only pug and you're in a pre-made with like 3 or 4 other guildies from another guild, there's a strong possibility, or there's a huge incentive, I should say, that those 3 or 4 individuals might roll need on an item they don't need in order to funnel it to one person in that group. So essentially, you could have plate wearers rolling on high value cloth gear, and if you're a mage, they could take that piece and trade it to their guildie, and you would pretty much be SOL. Now, obviously, this was a very controversial system, and a lot of people wanted it straight up removed. But at the same time, there are a lot of people that said, look, Blizzard, if you want to keep this system in the game in order to minimize certain, CM costs or something like that, at least mitigate it, minimize its effect, so that this effect could only happen in raid groups, meaning that in pickup groups, in pugs and dungeons and stuff like that, this effect would not take place, loot trading could not happen, and soulbound gear could not be rolled on by a number of different premates. And it looks like Blizzard has taken that into consideration. And here's the blue post right here behind you. I am going to read this one verbatim for you guys because I think the nuance in it is very important. So KVax says, at BlizzCon 2018, we talked about how we plan to keep loot trading in World of Warcraft Classic. We added loot trading in Wrath of the Lich King to solve a common problem. A player could accidentally loot an item meant for another player or give it to the wrong person using Master Loot. They would then have to contact Blizzard to get the item moved to the intended recipient, which might take days. We wanted to keep loot trading in WoW Classic because the end result is the same. The correct person gets the item and it'll save everyone time. But we heard your concerns about the potential for abuse of the loot trading system in parties of 5. It's possible that abusive play could take the form of a group of 4 players colluding to deny loot to a stranger who joined their party as a pickup. Raid groups, being much larger, come with more understanding on the part of solo players that loot distribution can depend on the whims of the many players and raid leaders who know each other. Taking that into consideration, we've decided that the 2-hour loot trading system in WoW Classic will only apply to soulbound gear that drops in raids. Soulbound loot that drops in 5-person content will not be tradable at any time. What we hope to do is strike a balance between saving players' time and minimizing the potential for abuse of the system. We think this approach better addresses the concerns we've heard from players on the subject. Oh my god. I can't believe they compromised on this one, because this is one of those examples of Blizzard having a strong incentive to change something in Classic WoW in order to save them a lot of money on the CM side of things, but it looks like they at least met us halfway with this one. Obviously, loot trading would have been better not to be in Classic at all, but when it comes to this system, the way they're implementing it, so it's only available in raids, that's obviously so much better. Because the vast majority of raids in Vanilla WoW are going to be guild groups regardless, so if you accidentally misclick and master loot something to somebody in your raid, at least you have some way of solving the problem very quickly and trading that item to the other person in the raid that was intended to be the recipient. So As far as I'm concerned, I'm still no changes, guys. If you ask me straight up, I'd prefer the system not to be in Classic at all. But I feel like when it comes to realistic compromises, this is pretty much the best case scenario in the sense that I don't really see this being abused very much at all. I'm trying to think about it, and maybe I'll think about something later at some point today when I turn on my stream. But as far as I'm concerned, the major problem, and that's pugs being abused in 5-man groups and potentially 10-man groups and stuff like that, that is no longer the case. And I feel like for the most part, the effect of loot trading has been neutralized. So very, very good news, guys. This was a big one, believe me. Had this gone to Classic full stop the way it was announced at BlizzCon, you would be seeing a Reddit post every single day of somebody complaining that they were in a group and there was a pre-made in the group and they had their, True Strike shoulders ninja'd, or they had their X, Y, and Z ninja'd, and it would have been an absolute catastrophe, not just for the game, but for Blizzard as a whole. So, dodge the bullet there. Blizzard continues to listen. I can't freaking believe this, dude. This is why I love the Classic team. This is great, dude. Like, how many things have they backtracked on so far? That's awesome, man. And it's very exciting for the future. And I know yesterday there was a bit of controversial news regarding the RP servers. I might have to do a double upload today to talk about that one, because I have a feeling they'll backtrack on this one too if we give them a compelling argument. And I've got a pretty compelling argument about that topic as well. So I might do a double video today, maybe even a triple video today. We'll see how things go. Just because I did a tank deep dive last night as well on Twitch, and I want to get that out to you guys as soon as possible too. So, great way to start the morning. I gotta go wash my face. I literally rolled out of bed this morning just to make this video. But god damn, Blizzard, you are doing a great job. And community, you guys are killing it, man. You guys are killing it. Dude, the feedback you guys are submitting is amazing, and it's great that they're listening, and just positive vibes all around, man. I am very happy this morning. What a Friday, dude. March 22nd. What a freaking Friday. The start of spring break, by the way, for many people. Anyways, let's stop getting sidetracked. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys want to catch me live on Twitch, you can at twitch.tv/tipsoutbaby. Obviously, I'll be talking about this today. And yeah, have a wonderful day, fellas. I'll see you guys on Twitch. And as always, tips out, baby.